What if your very first breath came with aching joints and shaky hands? You're not born as a baby. You arrive in this world as an old man, wrinkled, fragile, silent. Doctors cheer. Family members cry with joy. Balloons float. But the person in the hospital bed isn't learning to live. He's about to unlive everything. Because in this world, life runs in reverse. Each day, you grow younger. Your back straightens. Your voice grows stronger. The pain fades. You don't learn to walk. You remember how. You don't gain wisdom. You slowly let it go. Instead of starting life full of questions, you begin with answers. You know the future because you've already lived it, but you're walking toward it backwards. And this time, everything feels different. What happens when regrets become possibilities? When memories become mysteries? This is a story about time, not as a straight line, but as a loop. And maybe, just maybe, living life in reverse could teach us what really matters going forward. So ask yourself, what if you lived your life backwards? You don't learn to walk in this world. You unlearn how to limp. Your first steps are slow, stiff, and uncertain, leaning heavily on a cane. But with each passing week, you move a little easier. The cane gathers dust. Your knees stop aching. Your back begins to straighten. You aren't growing stronger. You're reclaiming strength that time once took away. Your speech, once trembling and slurred, clears. You lose the mumble, the pauses, the forgotten words. Your voice sharpens like it's remembering who you were decades ago. And with that, your energy returns. You don't grow up, you grow back. Back into something powerful, precise, and steady. Your hair thickens, the gray fades. Wrinkles stretch out, slowly erased by time's reversed hand. People around you don't comment on your aging. Instead, they marvel at how healthy you look these days, how much life you suddenly seem to have in you. But it's not sudden. It's gradual, beautiful, inevitable. Imagine climbing down a mountain you've spent your whole life struggling to summit. Every step easier than the last. Every breath deeper, every movement freer. You're not chasing youth. You're meeting it again on the way down. And you realize something. In this world, the earliest days of your life aren't your weakest. They're your awakening.
In this reversed life, you don't enter the world innocent. You arrive wise. From your very first moments, your mind holds a lifetime of memories. The joys of love, the weight of heartbreak, the sting of failure, the spark of creation, the quiet moments that once felt endless, now compressed into the wrinkles on your fading hands. You're not learning how to feel. You already know what it means to be human. You don't ask your parents questions. You already know the answers. At first, it feels like a superpower. You see through people. You know when someone's lying. You understand consequences before they happen. You are calm when others panic. And people around you? They think you're just wise for your age. But you know better because you've already lived. But then something strange begins. The knowledge starts slipping. Not all at once, slowly. You forget a name here, a memory there. You remember that you once loved someone deeply, but you can't recall their voice. You remember being hurt, but not by whom. You remember making something beautiful, but not what it was. Wisdom, once clear, becomes fog. You aren't learning like a child. You're unlearning like the tide pulling back from shore. And it's painful because the person you used to be, full of knowledge, perspective, and meaning, is still inside you, just farther and farther away. You watch yourself become lighter, simpler, emptier. It's not just time going backwards, It's you unraveling one lesson at a time.
In a normal life, you spend your youth chasing freedom, dreaming of independence, longing to escape the rules of parents, school, and society. And by the time you finally get it, you're older, tired, responsible, but not in this life. Here, you start with everything: a spouse, children, a home filled with laughter and pressure. You don't fall in love, you fall out of it. Not because you stop caring, but because you uncare. You don't build a family, you slowly release it. Your children grow smaller, their voices get higher, they need you less, and one day they're gone, not to college, but to be unborn. You go from carrying the weight of a whole household to carrying nothing but your own lightness. You don't retire and rest, you wake up energized. Muscles grow stronger, knees stop aching. You want to run, dance, laugh without explanation. And so, as your past disappears, you move toward a version of yourself who is freer, wilder, and strangely happier. You party harder. You take risks. You laugh too loudly. You fall in love, carelessly, beautifully. People call it a midlife crisis when you do this at 50, but now it's not a crisis. It's your prime. Your peak isn't in adulthood. It's in your youth, but this youth is different. You know it won't last. You've seen what comes next, so you hold on to it a little tighter. You stay out a little later. You love a little braver. Because even as time rewinds, the urgency of joy grows louder. In a reversed life, loss doesn't strike at the end. It greets you at the very beginning. You arrive in the world with a lifetime of love behind you. Memories of people who made you whole, a partner, best friends, parents, and one by one, you start to lose them. But not because they die, because they are erased, unwritten from your life as time flows backward. First goes the love of your life. You remember the warmth of their touch, their laugh in the kitchen, the way they looked at you across a room. Then, nothing. You wake up one day, and they simply never existed. Next, your closest friends vanish. Inside jokes become meaningless. Shared memories evaporate. You see them smile at you, but with no recognition. Eventually, even that fades. Then, your parents. Not as elders needing your care, but as youthful, vibrant figures. They grow younger. They become teens, children, then babies. And one day, they're gone. You try to hold on, but nothing stops it. No conversation saves it. No photograph freezes it. Grief in reverse is strange. You don't cry because someone left. You ache because someone is about to leave. And no matter how tightly you grip the moment, it slips. In a forward life, you lose and move on. In this life, you know every loss before it happens. And that knowing makes it worse. You carry the weight of future goodbyes. You prepare for vanishing faces, fading names, empty chairs. You say, "I love you," knowing it will be the last time for you, even if it's the first time for them. And in that way, this life teaches you something strange, that love is always temporary, and that doesn't make it weaker, it makes it sacred. As your life nears its beginning, everything becomes simpler. You speak less, your thoughts become lighter. Not because you've forgotten, but because the world no longer demands complexity. You no longer worry about bills, broken hearts, or dreams left behind. There are no regrets, because there is no memory of failure, only the present moment, and it's enough. You laugh more, you sleep more. The world becomes massive again. Doors feel tall, rooms feel endless. Grass looks like a forest. You stare at raindrops like they're magic. Your body gets smaller, your bones lighter, your hands chubbier. Your steps become crawls, then stillness. You no longer fear death because you don't even know what it is. The people around you smile at you. They cradle you. They hold you gently, not because you're weak, but because you are precious. A reminder that even in reverse, life is fragile. Your final days are quiet, soft blankets, warm arms, faint lullabies, and then, not pain, not panic, just fading light. You disappear like a whisper, a soft dot of light swallowed into stillness. No grand ending, just silence. But in that silence, there's a strange kind of peace, as if the world is telling you, you've been here long enough. It's okay to rest now. And so, the last page of your life isn't written in fear, but in wonder. You don't remember the journey, but the world remembers you. So what if we lived our lives backwards? Would we cherish the beginning more, knowing it's also the end? Would we love harder, laugh louder, forgive quicker? Because we've already seen how everything turns out? In reverse, life is still beautiful, still painful, still fragile, but maybe, just maybe, we'd finally understand something we forget too often. That time isn't something we spend, it's something we're given. And in any direction, it always runs out. So live it like a gift, even if the wrapping is backwards.